Before we dive into today's Bears Now episode, are you a subscriber here on the channel? If you are, that makes you a real one. That makes you a baller here on Chicago Bears Now. So if you are, pat yourself on the back. Hell, like the video. If not, join the family today. Hit that sub button. We publish multiple videos per day. Go live every single game day, every single Monday, every single Thursday as well. You're not going to find more content around the Chicago Bears than you will here on this channel. So join us for free. Chicago Bears head coach Matt Eberflus hopped on ESPN 1000 this morning, and I think he's there every Monday morning, by the way. And I thought he said something interesting. He kind of delivered a message to the fans, if you will. Here's what he had to say about the slow start to the 2023 season. He said, "Have the belief. Have our Bears players' backs. We are working our tail off to get this thing done." Now, let me just first say, I have no doubts that the team is working hard and that they're playing hard. Like, I'm not going to be like the cliche when things aren't going well is that, like, teams aren't playing hard. I don't think that's the case. I just don't think they're playing smart, and I don't think they're very good, and I don't think they're being coached that well. That's what I think. But does anybody know what the number 329 means? Any takers? What does the number 329 mean? Maybe a couple of y'all will get that in the live chat or in the comments. Take a guess at it. I'll wait a couple seconds. 3, 2, 1. 329 days without a win. Think about that. And I know there's 8 months between seasons, whatever. But you've gone almost a calendar year. I mean, you're like Northwestern football, man. Like, it's unbelievable. The Bears have lost 12 straight games and have not won a game since October 24th, 2022 against the New England Patriots. Suck it, Rolly. The last win for the Chicago Bears. You just gave me a look of disgust. But it truly is remarkable, this streak of negativity. Interesting note from Fox Sports that The Athletic actually tweeted out. This is an unbelievable stat. Teams to lose 12 straight games while surrendering 25 points or more in every one of those games in NFL history. Only the Bears, which the last 10 games last year and the first 2 of this year have done that. No other team in the history of this sport has lost 12 in a row and given up 25 or more in all 12 of those games. So it's kind of hard to have the belief, coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get a lot down the stretch last year. Like, it was better off losing to an extent. Like, it's not maybe great for the culture, for the current players, but to get that number 1 pick, like, I get the value in that. But at some point, you've got to win a freaking game. Like, it's hard to have the belief. Have our backs. Have the belief. Yeah, hey, you're working hard. That's your damn job, man. That's like the minimum, like, of being a professional athlete or really an employee of any job is, hey, work hard. But at some point, it's about results. If I come on here and talk every day and 50 people watch our shows and not the 1.2 million views we've gotten in the last month, if we're getting 50 views instead of 1 million in a month, I'm not going to be here very long because I'm not delivering good enough results. The Bears have to fucking win games, man. The Matt Eberflus is 3-16, about to be 3-17 after a loss at Kansas City. So yeah, it's kind of hard to have the belief if we're being completely honest. Do you still believe in this Bears team? I don't see how you could. Type B for believe or type D for don't. I am firmly in the don't category. I'm not going to pick them to win this week. Assuming they lose this week, I'm not picking them to beat Denver, which Denver at home is one of your easiest games left. It's not looking good, man. B for believe, D for don't. What say you down in the comments? Okay, just when you think it can't get worse. Poor Luke Getsy. Not actually. I don't feel bad for the guy. Dan Orlovsky, and I tweeted this out. He ripped Luke Getsy earlier this morning. Here was the quote from Dan Orlovsky. He said, "First play we're going to run." This is him breaking down film on his Twitter page. Go check out the tweet I put out at HGramNFL. "First play we're going to run a traditional screen to the right. All right, we got a good start. Penalty, not ideal, but not a huge deal. All right, next play. Literally the very next play. We're going to run the exact same thing to the exact same side. I don't know if I've seen that done, where they run the exact traditional screen to the same side. Shaq Barrett and Levante David have played 10,000 snaps together. Of course they're going to sniff stuff like this out. It's the same play. It's not on the quarterback. It's indefensible play calling. It really is. And by the way, to add insult to injury, he actually called it 3 times in a row. At least I'm about 98% sure. Remember the first play of that drive when they got pinned back and the Bucs jumped off sides and it was such an offsides, they basically blew the play dead because Fields was about to get rocked and he kind of fluttered it for a pick, but the play was blown dead. That was also, it looked like a screen. I think it was another screen, so he did it 3 times in a row. How do you do that if you're Luke Getsy? It is unreal. The quarterback deserves blame. We're going to talk about the quarterback too, but that is big. Like, that's fireable. It really is, man. It is unbelievable. What's also unbelievable on the other side of the spectrum is the Game Time app. Go download Game Time today. If you want last-minute tickets at very good prices, you're not going to find a better ticket app than Game Time. Go download it, search your app store Game Time, and use our promo code BearsChat to get $20 off your first purchase. Buying ticket to your favorite events, it should not be stressful. It should be easy. So many times in the past where I'm using these different apps, it's like so hard to navigate. You're like having to search through emails. Sometimes they email you in your junk mail. It's such a disaster. Game Time makes it so much easier and very quick. I've told you guys this story before. The day of the national championship game, when I went to watch TCU, I bought tickets 2 hours before kickoff. I was a little nervous, but my buddy said, hey, Game Time app, trust me, go check them out. Had tickets within minutes. It was very, very easy to navigate. No stress whatsoever. Walked up to the stadium, got there in plenty of time before kickoff. Yeah, TCU got their ass kicked. But you know what? Game Time helped me out and got me into that stadium. Concerts, games, Bears tickets are already going to be cheaper. Game Time's going to get you the best deal. Go check them out. They're going to offer the best deals available. If you see cheaper tickets on a different site in the exact same seats, show them a screenshot. They'll give you 110% credit. They will get you the better deal. Game Time. Download the app today. Use promo code BearsChat to get $20 off your first order by downloading the app, creating an account. You plug in the promo code BearsChat for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, all you got to do is create an account after you download the app and redeem with that code BearsChat for $20 off. So download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. How about this from Levante David? He's a pretty good player. After the game, he was asked about Shaq Barrett's pick 6, and this is alarming. He said they called the screen. They were in the same formation. Everyone knew what was coming. Yikes. Like, when the defense knows what you're doing, you're cooked, man. You are absolutely cooked. Let's be real here. Justin Fields is not playing nearly good enough, and he might be regressing. And that's a big problem. That's a problem for him, and I think it's also an indictment on Luke Getsy and this offensive staff. That's on him for not developing him properly and calling bad plays, especially at bad times. Sometimes there's good stuff there on tape, both from Fields and from Getsy. There's good plays that are called that Fields isn't seeing, but it seems like in the critical moments, Getsy just loses his head. I mean, the drive before, Fields 3 straight dimes, straight down the field, touchdown, and you call a screenplay 3 times in a row? 3 times. You've got an all-pro linebacker being like, yeah, we knew it was coming. I mean, you should be embarrassed when you hear a player say that. Like, if I'm Luke Getsy and I hear that clip, I'm like, oh, God. Like, that's like high school. That's college when, like, you're running the same gimmicky stuff over and over and the defense just picks up on it. They knew what was coming. Barrett baited Fields into the throw. He, like, leaned forward and then, oh, yeah, you're going to lob it over me? No, you're not. Tip it to myself, pick 6. It's just horrific. It's absolutely horrific. And let me just double down. Fields deserves a ton of blame. He's been bad this year. Like I said, it looks like he's regressed. I mean, I get the coaching is bad, but Fields it's slow, man. The drop is slow. The release is slow. The decision-making is slow. It's all slow. And then back to the coaching side of it. The Bears have called 4 design runs for Justin Fields through 2 weeks. This note from Zach Pearson. Appreciate him here. Like, how? Your quarterback is struggling in the pocket from a snap-to-snap basis. Occasionally, it's okay, but it's not nearly consistent enough and good enough, and you're not going to run your 4-3 quarterback who ran for almost 1,200 yards last year? It's mind-boggling. Like, you almost can't believe how bad it is. But it is. It is that freaking bad. Who is the bigger problem on the offense right now? If you think it's Justin Fields type JF, If you think it's Luke Getsy type LG, I think they're both big problems right now. I would lean Getsy ever so slightly because at least play to your quarterback's strengths, get him on the run, both as a passer and a runner. But Fields deserves a lot of blame here. I'd probably go like 55-45. It's bad in both regards. All right, a couple injury notes here. Darnell Mooney said he aggravated a knee bruise, said he'll be good. He said there were a couple plays early on where he connected knee to knee with the defensive back like 2 or 3 times early in the game, and that knee was just struggling to bend later on. So they held him out. He said he'll be good, though. I think he'll play this week. I don't think this is one of those where you're too concerned long term. Jeremy Fowler doubled down on that last night with a report saying it's an injury that's not considered serious, just a bit of a bone bruise. So obviously that's a good sign. You need him out there. Rolly and I were so confused during the game. We're like, where is Darnell Mooney? And then obviously that would explain it. And then Eddie Jackson. Matt Eberflus said yesterday they're optimistic. Kind of said the same thing here today. He said, we feel okay about it, but we're not. He admitted we're not sure where it's going to trend this week. Should know more later in the week. And what makes me a little nervous is this is the same foot that he had the Lisfranc injury on that ended his season last year. That's a little concerning. Like I'm a little more concerned here. I thought Elijah Hicks played okay. Once he had to step in, Quindell Johnson got in there because Jaquan Brisker was battling heat exhaustion. I think he had a bit of an illness yesterday. Yeah, I mean, you really need both of these guys out there. You're already struggling as a team. To lose 2 of your key starters is not ideal. I would guess Eddie Jackson's out this week. That's just a gut feeling. We'll have the first injury report of the week on Wednesday, but if I had to guess right now, I would guess he will not play against Kansas City in Week 3 at Arrowhead Stadium. And you're already struggling, and the Chiefs haven't played their best through 2 weeks. Like, you need all your bullets in the chamber for that one. That is scary to think about 6 days from now. All right, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Positive news, negative news, we got you covered all season long. It is Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. Hit that subscribe button. It is 100% free. Appreciate all the love and support.